Today I want to talk about the importance of goals. And I talked about the goals in my failure video, but it was very briefly. And today I want to talk about them more in depth and their importance. What is a goal? So basically, a goal is something that you envision yourself doing in the future, accomplish. Something that you accomplish in the future. Sorry about that. So basically, it's something that you will do in the future, with certainty. And you always had goals in you, that is your nature as a man. When you play video games, if you did like I did, I was playing Counter-Strike, and I always wanted to get a better rank, some better skins. Those were my goals, and that was my purpose. The purpose, I will talk about it later, but those were my goals. But those goals were fake. They were not real. They were in the video game, something that just gave me instant gratification and made me have some very mediocre goals. And that is why I was a pretty mediocre man, I didn't have big goals. And I believe right now I am much better, I have also accomplished some of my goals, and I set way bigger goals. And that is the next point I want to talk about. So you always had the competitiveness in you, the excitement, having accomplished something, you always had it in you. So you have to put it in real life. So set goals, my friend, but don't set mediocre goals, You have to set big goals so that, as someone said, set your goals so high that even if you fail, you still are better than all the people around you, and I'm not talking about goals that are, impossible, like fly or conquer the world, even though that is a pretty good goal, conquer your world, be the best version you can be of yourself. So I'm talking about goals like make $20,000 a month, or 10,000 or 50,000. And by you setting that goal, you will be always thinking about it. It's a big goal. You have to put a lot of time in it, a lot of effort. And when you work towards that goal, what do you think is going to happen? You will instantly make 50,000? No, you will first make $100, 500, 1,000, 10,000, then 50,000. So you will also accomplish smaller goals. And if you don't believe me, well, one of my first goals that I set when I entered the gym was to bench 100 kilograms. And it took me some time, 9 to 10 months, but I didn't only do that, I also benched 70, I also benched 80, I also benched 90, 95, and then 100. Now I want to bench 140, which will take me years, a lot of work, and commitment and consistency. Consistency is key. If you are not consistent, your goals will falter in front of you. You have to keep working, okay? Yesterday I didn't upload, I have to take accountability for that. I wasn't consistent, and that was a step back for my goal. If one of my goals is to just make YouTube right now and be big, get big, on social media, because that is the easiest way to make money right now. And don't forget, okay, set your goals high. If anyone discourages you, they are not truly good for you. And what do you get when you accomplish your goal? Well, guess what? you are feeling extremely good, you're very happy, you're very grateful, you're very excited, and you just want to keep going. You will set an even bigger goal that's even harder to achieve. It is very, very important to always work towards your goal. And personally, I felt that way, I was feeling really, really good, I was smiling constantly for 2 days after I bench 100 kilograms, I was just extremely happy, It's something that not everyone can do, not everyone has the capacity to do it, It's a hard goal. I did it. I am feeling extremely happy, but that's not my end goal, I want to bench more, I also want to have more subscribers, more views. So I will make more videos and I will try to get even better at them. But, just setting goals isn't that good because, if you just want to bench 100, you can kind of slack off, like you have a life to do that. So you can skip 1 or 2 days. That is when the next factor comes in, which I didn't see a lot of people talk about, but I think is extremely important. Have time frame for your goal, Have something to put pressure on you, so to not fail the goal. Like bench 100 in 1 year, which was the case for me when I started. Of course, I have pretty good genetics, so I could do it pretty easy, 10 months, it's very good. But set goals that you can achieve and also set a time limit, And what gives you, if you have a time limit, if you work towards something and you're very consistent, there is no room for error. You will be much harder on yourself if you don't achieve it, and you will work even harder to achieve it, okay? And a goal plus time stamp equals a purpose, You want to have something to work towards, something that you will accomplish in a certain amount of time. If you look at all these successful people, that are currently expanding, I believe all of them, if you watch their videos about goals, all of them have some goals, make 10 million subscribers by 2025 or something like that, They have a time limit because that pressure that they have makes them work even harder. And that, of course, was the case for me too. It wasn't that hard for me, it wasn't that challenging because I also had a lot of spare time. But don't forget to set your goals with a time limit. That is extremely important. And that was about everything I had to say for goals. If you have anything you want to about them and want to share with the viewers and me that I didn't know, please write it in the comments. And I hope you liked it. If you didn't, I don't give a fuck. And I will see you next time, my